Content over everything.
Agenda going.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
in
right.
regards to our youths, them. And when I'm saying, because my first question would be, how do you find a body in the Thames? The last time we found a body in the Thames was a torso of a young man, which, where they were doing their rituals.
Yeah, that's right.
All right then. So what's going on? And see, when I'm saying that these young youths, it's not a man that's just giving them jobs and saying, yeah, go lick down your brethren over this, or raw, you man, go and do that, or ride out on that. It's not just that. These youths are signed up by some demonic forces that are higher than them. Yeah, that are higher than them. When you can say that the government are saying that the gangs are now are taking responsibility for any murder, that now sounds like some form of ISIS, sounds like some form of Bin Laden foolishness. Yeah, so that's where they're trying to bring our kids into that section. So we got to be smart, and when we see certain things, we got to know how we're addressing them things. Another thing, Tim Westwood, the music, the thing, we got to mind how we're going to start addressing certain things, because now they're going to try, it's a catch-22 twist. Yeah, they know what they're doing. They know they've got the labels that are signing all these rappers that are, you know, doing the lot. Those rappers are affiliated with gangs, we know that, but the labels are signing these gangs. These labels are signing these gangs, but these same labels, on the same hand, have invested in all of the privatized prisons.
That's right.
Yes.
But they ain't told you that when they're signing you.
That's right.
They're not telling you that, raw, when you do a crime and you end up in jail, my friend, what? It's us, the label, Sony, BMG, and flipping Virgin and Excel. It's us that's really raking off for you being in there every year. They're not going to tell you that. The police ain't going to give a friggin' care in the world, when in reality they are harbouring the same elite because they're working with them. When bodies are being found in the Thames, first thing I'm asking is, how come the CCTV never caught nothing? Because if we knew that we could just drop bodies in the Thames, come on, how many years ago this thing would have been happening? You know? But it's happening from a higher source, a higher place. And we need somebody that's going to start going in and checking on these bodies. These young kids that are dying, yes, the 50 or that's passed, we need somebody who can go in and check on these bodies to know that their organs have not been taken. Because we don't know how far this thing's gone.
I heard there's a lot of girls missing in South London as well, I heard.
There's a lot of, everyone's going missing.
Yeah.
Because my first thing is,
Yeah, but I heard a lot of black girls in South London missing,
Is it organised?
There's a lot of people going missing.
Yeah.
My first thing is that if a 16-year-old boy goes missing, how comes there's no parents screaming about their child?
That too.
What is going on? You see, most of these youths that are doing what they're doing, you got to understand their secret society world has a lot of sacrifices. When they're sacrificing, they don't sacrifice a big person for do their dirty works. They sacrifice a child. Alex Jones is a guy that's been doing the documentaries on these things for years, you know, from 9/11 going right down. So if you check him, you see where he's gone to the Bohemian Grove, checked on these things, snuck in there and saw them doing their rituals. Yeah, and these are all of the higher power people that we might look up to think that, yeah, they're not gonna change nothing for us. We have to change it for ourselves. Yeah, we have to start governing ourselves. You agree? Don't worry, you're not outside. Are you with us? You good?
Yeah, he's quiet, but it's alright.
No, that's cool. That's cool. It's cool to listen because nobody's excluded. As long as you're concerned about what we're concerned about, it's cool. My thing is this: nothing changes until we, as a community, come together, and that means no religion. That doesn't mean we care about. It's not bringing religion into it. It's not bringing culture into it, and it's not bringing race into it. It just means that whatever our problem is, we stand in solidarity and we deal with that, and that's what we're doing. And if you're going to bring religion first, then we don't want to hear it. And if you're going to bring your culture first, I don't want to hear it. If you're going to bring your colour first, I don't want to hear it. It's about our issues, which is our youth, and our youth is of all colours, and they're just our tomorrow. And when we're going to be old in the next 10 years from now, 20 years from now, those are the same youths that we're going to be looking out to look out for us. And if it's not going to be them, then we're going to have to start learning some different languages for those that are going to be coming into our place to look after us, because they're not going to speak on any of our English. And it's not going to be a case of needing to speak English. It's just, are you qualified for the job? And really, if they're qualified for the job from the outside, and all of our generation of youths them today only want to be killers and stabbers and roadman them and road runners, then we've genuinely got no doctors. We've got no denticians. We've got no lawyers. We've got no nothing. We've got nothing. We've got no pharmacists. No nothing. So what are we going to do? My brothers, my sisters, what are we going to do? We've got to know that, yes, like I keep saying, religion and everything else for me is just like music. Music, it has many genres. Everybody loves a certain genre. Not because you like jazz and I don't like jazz. Come on, I might listen to a bit of jazz. Doesn't mean that's my genuine genre. But do we like music? Yes, we do. So can we unify under the fact that we like music, and can we now deal with the problem? That's where I'm coming from. I'm not trying to deal with religion first and then deal with you as humans. No, I'm dealing with humanity first, and then we can deal with religion after. I'm dealing with humanity first, and then we can deal with color after. We deal with humanity first, and then we'll deal with culture after. Because right now humanity is getting destroyed by humans that maybe don't have no value for us as humans. That's our problem. Our problem is looking for answers in the wrong places. Our answers all lie within us, and all we have to do is come together under one thing. What's that one thing? The one thing is the killings are going on. Nothing else to me can't be more important than trying to solve this issue right now.
True that.
So if you're going to put anything before that, can't speak to me. If we're going to speak to me about, let's find a solution and how we're going to step forward together, no bosses, no headman, because we're all headman in our own little worlds. But right now it takes a team of people to make something happen and make a movement move forward for the positive. You know what I mean? And that doesn't have a colour. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at as a people right now. We're stuck in quicksand, and until we find a way of getting out of it together, instead of pulling each other into it, we need to get out of it. Or instead, all I see is us pulling each other into it. I see a lot of people coming out of the woodworks wanting to do this youth work all of a sudden because they see that there's a lot of funding for the youth now. Because no one has the answer. Look, there's many organisations that's been out for years. If it was about an organisation, why have nobody got it right now? And if it was about getting funded, because I'll tell you what's wrong with funding. Funding's a good thing if you've got a good idea. Once they fund you for your good idea and you got it running for like a few weeks and they see that it's doing well, they pull your funding from you because they don't want your thing to work. They want to be seen to be trying, to be helping the cause, but not for the cause to be helped. And this is, it's all a money generating thing. So until we understand what it is and where we have to put our foot forward, best foot, we're always going to get it wrong, innit?
It's true.
All of these people here, we should all be united right now. Doesn't matter where, what colour, what uniform, it's all now. Because right now, it could be any one of our kids. None of their kids are safe. None of our kids are safe. The only way your kids are safe, or the only way you might think that your kids are safe, is if you know that it's you out there doing the killing.
Oh, good point.
You're part of the problem. Soon come, soon come.
Come take over everything from your government.
God, man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to...
Why you?